on board. Most of our agricultural lands are not cultivated, so are not cultivated because of insurgency. Borno State has a total land mass of, I think, little bit above Sierra Leone, or I think equivalent to Sierra Leone. And the population almost the same. So what we did was, first and foremost, as it has been said, is for the state government to create an enabling agribusiness environment for farmers to thrive, which is most important. First, we ensured security, because the nexus between peace, security, and development need not to be overemphasized. Once there is no peace, there is no security. Once there is no security, there is no development. So we created the enabling environment. Secondly, what we did was to support the farmers. As a result of the insurgency, our farmers don't have the capacity to invest in agriculture. Then what we did is to support the smallholder farmers.
I came in clearly knowing that agriculture has to be one of the main drivers of our economy. And what we did in our first year in 2023 was to intervene directly in subsidizing the costs of farming inputs, particularly fertilizer. And we, unfortunately, our first experiment turned out to have a lot of disaster because we shared the fertilizers without any scientific model. And before we knew it, it was in the open market. And we had to quickly now go back to the drawing board.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kendasha. And Your Excellencies, distinguished partners. Let me start by saying that if Oyo State were to be a country in Africa, in terms of land mass, will be number 44. In terms of population, will be number 33. So, this is a very large state. We're the largest in terms of land mass in the southern part of Nigeria. And we also have the fortune of good vegetation. We're intersecting between the savannas, the Guinea savanna and the Rift savanna. So practically you can grow anything here. When I came in 2019, actually 2018, we developed a roadmap for accelerated development of Oyo State, 2019 to 2023. And basically those roadmap, we put forward 4 major pillars: education, healthcare, expansion of our economy, and then security. And the leg dealing with the expansion of our economy, we're going to use agribusiness and infrastructure to do that. When I was seeking for re-election, we added 2 other sub-pillars to expanding our economy. So we added tourism and solid minerals. Now, the key for us, and I'll just highlight some of the key decisions that we took so that when analyzing the options on your strategy for feeds alone, at least you know few of the things that have worked successfully here. First, there must be a roadmap. All the things that you want to do, you have to put it down. So you have a way of tracking the results. When we came in 2019, we had a workshop. I took, because agribusiness was a major pillar to expand our economy. So I took all the experts from IITA. We went to Republic of Benin because we didn't want any distraction. Dr. Dasha was there. I believe my friend Godwin was there, Debo was there. We put our roadmap together and we started tracking it. There are a few things that came up at that workshop where, you know, we said, this may not work, this may not work. And when we started, we saw those things that were working and those that were not working. For example, we said we were going to give inputs to farmers. Tell us how many farmers we have in Oyo State. And the number was about 10,000. I thought 10,000 farmers in Oyo State, why are we hungry? Because the theme of our roadmap was taking our people from poverty to prosperity. And if you want to take our people from poverty, where I came from in Yoruba land, they will say when hunger leaves poverty, you've basically broken the back of poverty. So ensuring that we tackle hunger, it was a way and means for us to actually breaking the cycle of poverty. And we looked at the 10,000 farmers. We said, bring the biometrics. Let's know where the farms are. And when we asked, give us their phone numbers, we want to call them. When the data came back with phone numbers, I think it reduced to about 2,500. And when we started calling them for verification, it reduced to about maybe 1,000 something. So in reality, you have fake farmers from the data that was given to us. So my own advice, what has worked for us is utilizing technology. What Governor of Plateau said, utilizing technology to verify the actual data. When we visited Israel, they feed themselves. They export also. The entire state of Israel does not have more than 10,000 farmers to do all the fanciful things they are doing all over the world. We are a little bit different from the mechanization program that the two of them have mentioned. We used to have a tractor unit in Oyo State. I asked them, where are these tractors? They've invested money in the past, they were nowhere to be found. Some of them were abandoned in farms all over. And we said, okay, now I'm not going to invest money again to purchase tractors. We will leave the private people, to run it as a business. And those private people, they will look after their business. But what can the state do to ensure that they remain in business and we give some subsidy, some sort of subsidy to the farmers? We said to them that, look, if you want to clear 10 acres, for instance, you bring money, pay those tractor business people, pay them for half of it. The government will match whatever you've paid. And we set a target for 120,000 hectares. But the result came out about a week ago. We only met 5% of that target. Abysmal, bad news, but good news in the sense that now we have real data. If I get up to 25, 30, 40, 50%, I know that we will have moved somewhere. So you have that option to either invest in tractors or have a model that the private sector can drive. And finally, also, when we went to Fashola, and we said we will, and you will see it when we go there shortly, Mr. President, sir. When we went to Fashola, we looked at it and said there has been effort in the past to revive that farm settlement. And so we're going to upgrade it to a farm estate, but there was a problem. The road leading to Fashola, I took that road when I was campaigning, and a 34-kilometer stretch took us 3 hours. So we said the first thing we have to do is to fix that infrastructure. And when we fix the infrastructure, the private businesses will come there. So we invested in fixing that infrastructure. We fixed the 34-kilometer stretch of road, and we moved from 3 hours to about 15 minutes to traverse that road. And the gentleman from Brown Hill, Amadio Pinnick, that just spoke in there, he is a very big investor in Fashola, and the only thing that brought them there was they have infrastructure that enabled them to come in as private investors. So it is important, it has worked for us that when you fix the infrastructure, private money will come. The investment we put in to fix the infrastructure compared to the investment that has been attracted to Fashola is uncomparable. So fixing infrastructure is key, and also collaborating within the regions and outside. And let me also mention this. I've heard about data where they say, oh, Africa is 1.4 billion people. Well, so also India, so also China. So we look inward, but the effort that we need to take on the whole world is not more than what we need for import substitution. So we must not be satisfied with just meeting our local needs, because we have the capacity to also take on the world. Thank you.